Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to another video. So today's video is going to be a tidy Tuesday. We're back at it, you guys. We are off work today. I'm going out into the garage. Dum, dum, dum. Y'all, my garage is a wreck right now, but the kids and I are about to head out there and do what we do best. We're just going to do a quick tidy out there. We're not going to do all the things, but we're going to do most of the things. As we are entering this Christmas holiday, Thanksgiving season, we now have a few minutes to kind of get our life together. So I just wanted to share with you what it looks like. We're going to be dealing with some of Beauty's things that are out there. Finally making some decisions on some things. It's really why I haven't been out there a lot lately. But we're going to head out there and let you see what we're working with. Okay, you guys, so this is us heading out into the garage. Right now, we have Alana on the bike. Hey, girl, hey. We actually just have quite a few things that need to be done. So when you walk into the garage, move, ma'am. Oh, my goodness, I'm about to trip over the dog. This is the table that is usually my launching pad table. All of those pillows are going to go to the trash. So we're going to move all of those. We're just going to do some quick tidying up in this area and space here. We still have not gotten our grill together, and I need to really get my life because that grill should have been put together by now. Then we have, this is just some trash. We've got a couple chairs. These are going out on the front porch, so I'm going to get Jackson to take those out. I've got my 2 rolling racks, the new 2 rolling racks that I bought. We put clothes on one, and then we put the coats on one because it was just too heavy. But this is the bane of the problem. This is where most everything, so I've got some stuff that Handy Mandy's got to come move. This is all my school stuff from when I left my job over a couple months ago. And then most of these things are Beauty's things that I need to go through. We brought the Queen Anne chairs out. And then this is the table that used to be in the front of the house. So we're going to put the camera on the tripod and really just get a few things done. Alrighty, you guys. So here we are. We're just getting started. Those pillows had been on the couches in the living room and they really are deflated. We've had them for years. So I just decided to get rid of them. And these lamps we've had in all different places, but we really didn't have anywhere for them to go. So I decided that they would go to the Goodwill haul, or just to we were going to put them with the things that we had for the Goodwill. And then here is my sewing basket, and Jackson took something out of the sewing basket but forgot to put it back in. So we're just writing that and putting it back on the shelf, just trying to tidy up, you know, so we don't have as much chaos. Those were some paint supplies that I had been using for Alana's room when we redid the painting in there. Ended up not working, so we just put it back on the table. I was trying to put it on the shelf, but it was too big or too wide to fit on the shelf. So we just put it back on the table, no problem. And here I am now trying to get all of the 2 ovens that we have. Those are like the electric roaster pans. Trying to figure those 2 things out and getting everything on the shelves like they should be. That's a crock pot that was given to me at the last home goods swap that I needed to make some arrangements for as well. And then here I am trying to move the roaster pan and just put it over top of the other roaster pan that I have there as well to make room for that crock pot. But then we found the griddle pan and thought we would just make friends. So there it is with those types of things, and I'm giving directions to the kids about things they should be doing. If you check out Jackson in the background behind me, he is dancing to a little Michael Jackson and getting his groove on. So Alana and I were just chit-chatting and trying to do our very best to make this move move along as smoothly and as quickly as we possibly could. Jackson's taken those trees to the outside for us, but he decides to stop and do another little dance jig before he takes the trees outside. Or not the trees, they are the lamp posts that I got from the Goodwill several weeks ago. So he's taking those outside. Mom takes a dance break and get a little Michael Jackson dancing on. Yes, indeed. So we're just finishing up with the table things, and I need to really get that grill put together. I'm gonna try to do it hopefully at some point. But at the moment, I'm not particularly concerned about it because we haven't been using the grill anyway. So I'd love to use it, but I have not used it as of yet. But at some point, I am sure that we will. So taking another little dance break, and then I'm straightening out the coupon shelf where I was just trying to make sure we had all of the light things in order together. So then we move over, and now I am dealing with Beauty's things. Pretty much after Beauty passed in September, I just put her things into, the garage. I just put everything in there from the home. I didn't go through anything. I just unloaded the bags, put everything in the garage, and closed the door. Yesterday at church, one of the ladies asked, oh my goodness, do you see Jackson? It's being a funny guy. One of the ladies asked me, have I dealt with her things? And I said, trying to deal with the finality of losing a person, having not had to do this before. Like when my grandparents passed away, I did not have to do any of the things. They had children that could do everything that needed done. But with my mom being an only child, I had to do all of the things. So, of course, here I am just trying to now finally take a few minutes to deal with her things. I called Shakema the night before and asked her, did she want to do it? And of course, she did not want to do it, but she did say, if I ran across this thing or that thing, those were the things she wanted to keep and go through. She'll be home for Christmas. So I'm just going through and trying to figure out if there's anybody that I know small enough to fit some of her things, because I really hated to donate everything, but she was so tiny. And the kids and I were listening to Michael Jackson, and I found a Michael Jackson t-shirt that we had gotten for her, and just gave a little dance jig there. But we honestly just don't know anybody, or didn't know anybody that tiny that would be able to fit her things. So we just decided to continue with the donation process, and we feel okay with the things that we were able to donate. And even though we weren't able to give them away, we do pray and hope that someone who picks up the items at the Goodwill will get some good use out of those things. And here's Jackson. He's just gonna pick up all of my trash for me. Those are the things that we knew were not any good. We didn't want to donate things that were not good. And the stuff that I'm putting in the box, those are keepsake things, or things that Shakema will go through. We had pictures and stuff when she was in the nursing home, so we just decided to put all the pictures and things back into the picture box, and then Shakema will go through those. And here's Alana. She's now going to begin. Oh, she's getting a little jig on. All right, Alana. My kids and I really love to listen to Michael Jackson, and he makes us happy. So, you know, they were getting their little jig on, and then she's going to, at some point, grab those bags in the chairs and take them out to the garage. She's going to take them from the garage into Mom's car because we did a quick little Goodwill run. We figured it's best to go ahead and get things out and moved along instead of just packing them and leaving them in the garage. So we're planning, Jackson's going to take a bag, and then the other bag will go out as well, so that we can make everything smooth in our transition over to the Goodwill. Here it is. I'm finding a pair of boots that are actually my size, 8.5, that I didn't realize were in there in Beauty's Things. They are a really good pair of boots, so I'm going to clean those off, and I am going to wear those. It's just going to save me a little bit of money because I haven't been able to find a pair of flat boots at the Goodwill just yet, even though I've been looking, so I was glad to find those. But I'm just finishing up with Beauty's Things, putting the last few boxes close to that wall unit. I was looking at the wall unit thinking that used to be so full of coupon stuffs, and I've either given away quite a lot or I haven't restocked things, being that I am keto. But I probably will begin to start doing some preps. I saw Tangi over at Freedom Homestead is now getting back into her preps, and even though I am keto, it doesn't mean that I cannot prep. So I'm gonna begin to look at trying to prep some things, because you never know, times might get tough or hard, or there may be some money situations, different little things that may come up, and I do want to make sure that we are prepared. So Alana's taking those lamps out to Mom's car, and then here I am just trying to rearrange some things that we are no longer able to use, or just, you know, pick and pull the things that we can pick and pull off of the shelf and make space for all of the things that should be there. So it looks totally bare compared to when we first moved into the house, but that is okay. You know, it is what it is. Here I am trying to readjust these. Those were some bottles of apple cider I was trying to move to the food section, but they were too tall. And this is the last of the things that Beauty had as far as clothing items. We didn't keep any of the clothing items except a pair of tennis shoes Shakema asked us to keep, but I did keep all of her important papers and different things like that just in the file folder. And here I'm going through looking at some pictures that I was able to find that was stuffed into her things, pictures of the kids. And here's Ma'am, she got to get her look on too. She's probably thinking, why am I not in these pictures, Mom? But it was just pictures of the kids, mainly Shakema and the little kids, quite a lot of pictures. Trandon is not a big picture taker, so there weren't a lot of pictures of Trandon, but several pictures of Shakema and the little kids. And Alana and I are just chatting about what was in those pictures. And then here's her wallet. In her wallet, I was able to find her ID and just a couple of things that we wanted to make sure that we kept safe, and we'll put those in the keepsake box as well. And a few more of her papers. We just decided to, you know, we keeping all of the papers. We'll go through them eventually at some point to see what we actually need to keep, or are there things that we can shred and just, you know, get rid of. So those are the things that we're trying to work on and make sure that we didn't toss any of her paperworks or throw them out into the trash until we've had adequate time to go through those things. She didn't have a lot of things, and funny enough, here's a book, a whole book on Michael Jackson, and we're listening to a Michael Jackson set in the background while we're cleaning. So we thought that was pretty funny. But again, we just got everything out and finished all of the unpacking of her things or the donating of her things. Felt good to bring this chapter of the story at least to an end, and we'll see what the next chapter will hold as far as remembering beauty is concerned. The kids did a great job helping Mom. Mom's just getting a little jig on because we were close to the end of everything. So, yep, there it is. We did the things. The hardest things was just going through her stuff and trying to figure out what to keep, what not to keep. And I didn't have a lot of emotion while doing it, but it needed to be done. And I'd rather me do it than have Shakema do. Shakema was very close to my mom, and so it would have been a challenge for her to go through those things. So no problem with me doing it. And here we're just moving the Queen Anne's chairs on the other side to make a little bit of room so that when you first walk into the garage, it's not like you're accosted with so many things, which again, that could be how it feels. And we're just trying to open up some floor space to make sure that, you know, we can at least get into the garage and move around as we need to. So the kids and I were going through some of Beauty's things, and we found in one of her things that had her papers and stuff in it, just pictures of the kids. There's just only one picture of me in there out of all the pictures. So this was right after I'd gotten separated and divorced in my first apartment. The first apartment I lived in, the kids and I lived in a little house right after, but this is the first apartment we lived in. And then there's Jackson and Trandon and Shakema and the little kids. And then there's Shakema and Alon. This was when Shakema got her very first apartment. And Jackson pretty much doesn't do a lot of smiling. We know that. There's Jackson. He always wore suits. He was a suit kid. Shakema when she just started on her dreads. There are the girls. And there's Shakema again. There's Sister and Jack. Shakema and Jack. And then Alon. So we found those. We thought they were cute. I'm going to keep all of those and see which one Shakema wants, and I'll keep the rest of them. So the kids and I did finish in the garage. We got everything over here at least contained for now. These are things that Mandy needs to come and take away the next time she does a trash haul for me. So we got everything here cleaned up. All of Beauty's things are now condensed to these couple boxes with her. This box under here is all like DVDs and movies. If Shakema don't want any of those, I'm going to trash that. This is just her papers. And in this box are all the pictures and stuff that she kept. We moved stuff out of the middle of this floor. And then again, we just had those two rolling racks. I'm going to see if anybody wants this closet organizer. And there were a pair of boots I'm going to keep. And then over here, it still looks a little congested, only because we got the Queen Anne chairs in here. But that's just in here for the holiday season. As soon as Christmas is over, we'll take those back out. We have 2 extra chairs that we use on Sundays if we have extra guests. We did get the table pretty much cleaned off. This one thing needs to go in the homeschool section. But this is some paint supplies I've got to figure out what I'm going to be doing with. And then these 2 things go on the couch in the bedroom. So anyway, we did a little bit. We got it at least is squared away and sorted, so we don't have as much of the stuff in here as we did before. And I'm pleased with the progress. Again, just a 15-20 minute quick tidy up. We probably will just sweep all the leaves and stuff. But again, that area was just overrun with stuff. And again, this is just in here for the holiday season, along with the chairs. So there it is. So the kids and I do want to thank you so much for stopping by our channel. We want to thank you so much for the support you've shown. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Share it if you think it's shareable. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye now.